Hello, welcome back to Galactic Reviews. This week we watched the movie Batman and Superman: Battle of the Super Sons, and I thought it was good. I have no real complaints about it. Thought it was a good comic book movie. Felt like a comic book come to life, and loved every second of it. So I really got no complaints, in all honesty.
It felt very familiar. The setup felt reminded me a lot of Invincible, and the entire plot felt like a Young Justice episode. Because I think one of them, this was quite literally a Young Justice episode.
Not with Starro.
Not with Starro, but
but with someone else or something
with
similar, I
someone
believe,
taking over the Justice League.
Yeah, that does happen, but honestly, that does
quite
happen a
often.
lot. And yeah, that is a common plot.
So
But
it felt familiar. It felt familiar.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, no issues. It was fun. I like seeing Damien. I always like watching a movie with Damien in it.
Yeah, I thought they did the dynamic of Damien and John really, really well, and they
I want to
captured it
see
from
a
the comic
lot
book.
more. I want to see a lot more of that duo.
And it's a lot like Tim Drake and Stephanie Brown in that aspect, where it shouldn't work, but it does, and it works beautifully.
Yeah,
And it just works for whatever reason. It just works magically with two characters that really even shouldn't.
I liked
They're
it.
so set. They're so different that it really shouldn't even work, but it does.
hmm
So yeah,
now the
I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10. I loved it. It was, to me, it felt short, but I didn't mind that part at all. So, but yeah,
yeah,
I loved it.
for me the only real complaint I had was in the opening scene. They were doing too much, and because of that, the quality of the film, you could see it was quite bad with
Yeah,
their animation. That was really the only noticeable problem I saw with the animation. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. It was probably one of my most enjoyable watches for a DC animated movie. My first one will always be, if I can ever remember the name of it, the one
is it
with Martian Manhunter.
the Justice League one?
Yeah,
That was essentially the show that was
yeah,
made into a
yeah,
movie
that one. Yeah,
to
that
sell
one.
more. Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
I'd give it a solid 7. It didn't do anything special or incredible to make it like perfect, but like it was good. It was decent. I had no faults. It was
hmm
enjoyable. No issues
Yep.
really.
Yeah, I give this movie a 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I will definitely go back and watch it again. I hope they do another movie of this caliber for DC's animated movies.
yeah. And you were saying not a direct sequel
Yeah, not a
because you
direct
don't want
sequel.
them to ruin it, but you would like to see these
Yeah,
characters again.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I would like another, like a cameo of those two characters, like a few years later, like how
I'd be
they've
okay with a direct
grown
sequel.
and developed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what DC puts out next. The only real complaint is the beginning of the movie. It looked like an early 2000s movie, like
Yeah,
animated movie. Because when I first started watching it, I was confused. I was like, when did this come out? I'm like, it's got Damian Wayne, which is not from the early 2000s. So I know it's not from there, and I didn't realize it only came out um under a year ago, right?
no,
No,
it came out like a month ago.
A month ago?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's even more disappointing. I'm gonna hit them hard because 100% they should be able to do have it not be as choppy.
yeah.
I understand it was a lot of like just volcanoes, destruction of
You've been
Krypton.
spoiled
A
by
lot was
Chainsaw
going
Man,
on.
dog.
It's not even just that, but
I
yes, I have
I will say it
100%.
wasn't as bad as the intro kind of thing for the Justice League show. Remember that horrible CGI thing? Like the
Yeah.
show's phenomenal, but that CGI part at the beginning, where like they would introduce like the introduction for the show,
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
Yeah, and it reminded me somewhat of that, and I was a little disappointed
It did to
in that.
some
But
degree.
that was really the only problem I had with it.
Yeah.
I the animation got better. I think it was just they tried to put a lot into it, and it just lowered the resolution and quality of it for the
uh,
beginning. There was
Yeah.
too much going on.
Yeah. And also they could have been pushing for this to get out on time, and with a whole bunch of the stuff behind the scenes that's getting changed with the leadership basically getting moved out.
Hmm.
I'm saying they should have still done a good job, but it's under it's to some extent you understand why that could have happened.
Yeah.
So
So as I said, that's literally the only problem I have with it. But that's an easy thing I can look over, but still be disappointed in.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching this episode. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment any of your ideas or what you thought about the movie or any movies you want us to watch. Next week we are going to take it back and we're gonna do the time warp again and watch the cult classic for the past 50 years, almost 50 years, Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's a personal favorite of mine, but I'm sure I will get into it next week. And we'll see y'all then.